Good morning and happy, what day is it? Wednesday, hump day. I wanted to get on here real quick because I'm always amazed when this happens, right? So yesterday in my group, I was talking about anger and how we express it and the whole notion around anger. I know for me growing up, anger was looked at as a taboo, as a negative emotion, right? You don't want to be angry. It's not very ladylike. You don't want to express your anger. It's a lack of self-control. And I'm not going to get into the anger being a secondary emotion and what's the underlining things. I want to get into the concept of the fact that anger is a human emotion, right? We feel angry. Everybody feels angry, and instead of repressing it, instead of stuffing it down and denying it, it's important to recognize that we are angry, and it's how we deal with that anger, right? How we react outwardly, or how we respond to that anger inwardly, that really makes the big difference, which is really the essence of how we deal with our anger. And it's not so much controlling our temper, it's allowing ourselves to feel the emotion, call it out for what it is, and then we can deal with it, right? So it's funny because I was talking about this and in group, and then yesterday I had a life experience, and it's always great to have knowledge and have awareness, but when you can actually apply this stuff in real life, that's where the real lessons come. That's where the real strength is. And so, last night, I had purchased a gift for my boyfriend, and I had to exchange it. It was too small, and it was a hat. It was a cowboy hat, and ooh, that's very slippery right there. Very cold out today. Anyway, so I actually got him two cowboy hats. I got him like a winter one and a summer one, right? And so one of them was too small, so when I gave it to him, I put it in the same box, and so when I went to go get it from him to return it, I grabbed the box, not realizing they were both in there. I just thought the one that I was returning was in there, and I didn't think to look, and so I ended up returning both. And I already got the refund. I saw that they refunded my money, and I actually ordered a new one, the right size. I don't know why with Amazon I tried to do like an exchange, and I couldn't really do an exchange for a size. I had to return it and then repurchase it, which kind of sucked because I ended up paying $10 more, right? Because when I bought it, I guess, I don't know, it was a sale or something before Christmas, but I ended up paying $10 more, and I was just like, all right, whatever. But so I already got reimbursed, and last night, so yesterday he got the new hat in, and he showed me, he took a picture, he showed me, and I'm like, oh, it looks so good. And then he brought up, I wonder where I put my other one. I haven't seen the other one. And then all of a sudden I panicked. I said, did you put it back in the box that I gave you the hats in? He goes, yeah, I think I did. I said, well, I grabbed that box to return the hat, and I didn't even think to look inside to see if there was just one hat in there, right? To make sure it was in there. And so, yes, I returned both of them. So now, here's where the anger comes in, right? And here's where the conversation in my head went. So I'm angry because I didn't check, right? I'm so stupid. Why didn't I check the box to make sure that what I was returning was what I wanted to return, right? And then I got mad at him. Why the fuck would he put the hat back in the box when he knows I was returning it, right? How careless. And then like the whole dialect was, he's so disorganized, he's messy, I'm not careful, I'm very impulsive, I do things so quickly that like I don't double check and reassess. Like sometimes I'll do that. I'll send an email out and it's like I should have edited it because now I can see all the mistakes in there, right? So all this conversation was going in my head. Of course, I didn't lash out on him. I recognize that obviously he didn't do this on purpose. Obviously, it was a mistake on both of our ends, and it doesn't even matter whose fault it is. The thing of it is, and the other thing that I was looking at is like, now I have to call this person and try to see if this is Amazon. I don't know how their shipping works, but I know they ship it to a like what do they call that, the shipping factory or shipping warehouse, whatever, a central location, and they may open it there and then ship it out individually I don't know how it works. And then I'm posing this and it's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger in my head, right? And so I have this dialect going on because part of me is like, I'm human, I make a mistake, he's human, he made a mistake, we both made a mistake, we both didn't realize, it really sucks, but it happens, right? And I'm not gonna make a big thing over it because it was a mistake. It wasn't done on purpose or whatever. And the other part of me is like, you fucking idiot. You do this all the time, right? You always do impulsive shit, and you're not really, you don't. So this conversation is going on, and I can feel both ways, right? I can feel compassion for being human, and I can feel angry for being impulsive and not being thorough, right? And that's the dialect with DBT. I can feel both emotions, right? And both can be correct. And that's the thing. It's not like one or the other, I should have, I ought have, I didn't, I do this all the time. Both these feelings are going on, and it's perfectly normal, right? And so I said to myself this morning when I'm writing my note to I have to contact this person today because it was too late last night. I'm writing my note and I'm like, yeah, I'm angry. I'm pissed off, right? I'm pissed off that I was neglectful. I'm pissed off that he was neglectful. I'm pissed off that this situation has happened. I'm pissed off that I have to do this work, this extra work. Like I feel like I don't have time for this shit, this problem. It's always something. I can be angry at the fact that I now have to do this. Angry at the fact that, of course they're not going to contact me if they have an extra, hat in the box. I have to do the legwork. I have to go out. I could be angry for and I am. And I have every right to be. It's frustrating. Right? I don't want to say it's angry to the point where I'm punching walls, but it's frustrating. It's aggravating. It's one more thing I have to do, and I have a lot to do as it is. So I'm acknowledging I'm angry, right? But being angry, being stuck in anger, is not going to help the situation. It's not gonna solve the problem, right? So I recognize what I have to do. I just have to do it. And I'm angry because, I'm forecasting worst case scenario, right? And, they're not going to find it. I'm not going to get my money back. He's going to lose the hat. I'm not going to have that, whatever. So then I finally stopped and I say to myself, and this is one of the things that we practice with DBT is cope ahead. All right, what's the worst thing that can happen? What is the worst thing that can happen in this scenario? The worst thing that can happen is that they will either not have the hat, not locate the hat, it's gone missing, somebody maybe took it, seeing there's an extra hat in the box, they took it, so I'll be out of a hat and I won't get the refund and I'll be out of the money. So I'll be out of the hat and out of the money. That's the worst case scenario. And if that worst case scenario happens, am I going to be okay? Yeah. Like, that's the worst case scenario. And it's going to suck. I'll be out some money, and he won't have the hat, but that's the worst case scenario. I still have a job. I still have a house. I still have family and friends. I have a wonderful life. I'm sober. Like, if that's the worst case scenario, I'm good. I'm okay. So why am I blowing this all out of proportion when at the end of the day, the worst thing that happens to me is I'll be out some money and out of the hat? I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah, I'm going to try to call them and see if they can find the hat, whatever. But the worst case scenario, I'm still okay. I'm still good. And so this process is what helps people and helps me to not only acknowledge that they're angry. Yeah, I'm angry. I have every right to be angry. It's frustrating, right? But at the same time, recognize that being stuck in that anger is not going to solve the problem. And then looking at the worst case scenario and recognizing that worst case scenario, I'm still going to be okay. I'm still going to be sober. I'm still going to have a job. I still have a boyfriend that I love very much. And he loves me. So, after all this process of working it through, it's a relief. It feels good. It's like it's not as bad as that if I'm stuck in my head. Because if you stay stuck in your head, you can blow this all out of proportion. I know I've done it in the past, and I'm sure you probably experienced that too. So recognizing that you're angry, acknowledging that you're angry, recognizing that being stuck in this anger is not going to solve anything. It's not going to solve the problem. Recognizing that the worst case scenario, I'm still going to be okay. And moving forward. And that's what it's all about, guys. We're going to experience these uncomfortable feelings, these uncomfortable emotions. If I was to a point where I was at a rage and the intense of my emotions were high, I could do other skills to bring those emotions down before that I can actually apply the Cope Ahead skill. And I've gone into that in other videos where how we can decrease that intense emotion. It wasn't that high. I was able to, recognize and do the Cope Ahead skill without having to do those breathing techniques and putting, my face in a bowl of ice water or whatever. Anyway, I hope this has helped you. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I have a lot more out there, helpful tips. And if you subscribe, you'll get those videos in your feed. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram under Recovery Enthusiast. And check out my website. I also have my content up there. I have a blog on there and videos and all the kinds of stuff, as well as my online courses and my coaching that I offer for people. So check me out, recoveryenthusiast.com. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Send them that text. Give them a call. Give them a great big hug as often as you can. And until next time, guys, stay blessed. Peace.